Good morning, loves. Happy Easter. I think by the time this is uploaded, it is Easter. It's currently Saturday, so that's one day before Easter, and I have something really exciting to show you, and I think it is the perfect timing. And that is that our first quail chick just hatched. It's so tiny. So what I wanted to do today is I'm going to make their little habitat that they are going to be living in for the next few weeks. I have prepared a little box and I put some newspaper and some like pieces of it so they can like bunch up in there and they can kind of play with that. This is the first one out of the bunch and the first one that we've ever hatched. We also have never hatched chickens before, so the quail are our first go. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. I also have this heated lamp, and it's a lamp that only emits heat, so it doesn't have any light. But I'm going to be hanging that from the wall, and I'm going to like play around with the height and stuff because it can't get too hot. And then I'm going to direct that at one side of the box so they can choose to be under it or not. So I think that's the first plan. Okay, let's first see how hot this is going to get, and if it's too low or too high, I can just adjust the little chain. It is starting to get warm. I'm going to place this in there. It's like a little thermometer. It measures the temperature as well as the moisture, like the moisture in the air. I think it's okay for the temperature to be around 35 to 37 maybe, because they are hatching at 38. And I don't know about quail, but chickens on their own are around 40 degrees Celsius. I do see another egg shaking right now. It is currently 23 degrees. So I'm going to transfer our little quail because it is warm to the touch already. It is still heating up, so I'm gonna keep a really close eye to it. But the hatched little chick is just rolling all the eggs around, and I don't think that's like healthy because of the air chamber like switching up on them. And there we have him, or her, we don't know yet. And this one is going to be alone for a few hours, but it is in very warm temperatures. You can see it's now 25, it is still climbing. I just researched it and it is supposed to be like 35, so that's what we're going for. I also placed the eggshells in there and it has water and feed, just in case it wants to feed. I think it is not going to feed for at least 24 hours. Maybe even 2 days. We'll see what it wants to do. At least it has the options to do so. These are all the leftover eggs that have potential to hatch. This one I see moving. It also has a little bit of a crack going across the top of it. And it also has a little bit of a blood spot. That happened yesterday, so I think it could be very well close to hatching. It could be that there's a few that won't hatch. That's okay, that's normal. I thought for quail it was like a 60% success rate. We did have one egg that had a little crack before we even put it in the incubator. That's just how it came. So we are already missing 1 out of the 10. So I think best outcome is if we get 5. But of course it is possible to get more if we're lucky. We don't quite know when this little guy hatched because we were asleep. Max saw it right before he went to work. Kind of peeped in there and saw a little chick. So we don't know how old it is or how many hours apart they are right now. It is also 28 degrees Celsius in there now, so that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my camera here and I'm going to wait like half an hour because I am getting quite hungry and I want breakfast. We just got out of bed, so I'm going to leave you here and I'll see you in about half an hour. Maybe something happened then, maybe not. But then I'll just delete the footage and start when something is actually happening. But it seems quite busy in there. Okay, it has been quite a few hours now. I think it's been like almost 3 hours. Nothing has hatched yet so far, but I do see a difference. This one, it's way more cracked. This one is now moving and this one is now moving. And I see right here on the top of this one, there's also a little crack. So I believe that we have at least 4 more trying to hatch. It's currently 1 p.m. So I've been waiting for a little while. And there are 2 right now that are doing their absolute best. This is the one that cracked first. This one cracked yesterday, like I said. And this one is really doing its best, as you can see. I just turned it so it doesn't disturb the other egg that's behind it, because they are very close together and I don't want that one to roll over. But I think we are very close to having chick number 2. And also you guys can see it a little bit better like this. I didn't realize how far it had already broken the egg. I thought it was just at the top a little, but it's all around already. Kom je binnen? Lopen. Lopen. Goed. Just letting the doggies back in. There. I wonder what's taking the other one so long, because that one was moving, because this one was moving first and it's all cracked up, so I think it went around like in a different way than it's supposed to. That or the other little chick started picking at this egg, making it bleed and stuff. Maybe that's a thing. But in the last like 20 minutes, I think this one started to break and this one is now almost out. So I don't really know what's taking this one so long. But just because it has bled, I am going to let it be, just because sometimes the veins are still stuck to the eggshell. So maybe it's just not quite ready yet. And the other chick is doing just fine. It is now 38.4 degrees in there, so that's still fine, as long as it's below 40. It is also now the warmest moment of the day. So this is the warmest our house is going to be. And maybe at night when the temperature goes down a little, because we let the temperature go down to like 15 every night, that maybe then it's going to be a little bit colder, so I'm gonna have to check that tonight. But then again, in nature that also happens, so I think at least if it doesn't go down to like below 25, it's fine. Because I do think it's healthy to have a little bit of a night-day cycle. Not just with the light, but also with the temperatures, because they are going outside eventually. And there it is. This one is really dark. Maybe that's just because it's wet still. But it could be a very dark one, which is very nice, because I haven't seen this color before. For the species, these are Chinese, not Japanese. The Japanese, they have very distinct males. They have like blue colors and everything, and like all kind of patchiness going on the body. And these are all like wild colors. It's just the guys tend to have like specks on the yellow, I think. I don't remember. But there is a difference, and it has something to do with the little specks they have on their neck chest area. That just won't set in for another few weeks, so we won't be able to tell. And after a few weeks you can just turn them around and look at the bottom. It's very dark, it's so pretty. Ooh. Spinning around all the eggs. And we can see another egg that's trying to hatch. It's this one. That one's pecking around the egg too, I think. At least 3. And this one seems to be out on one side, but it's the wrong side. It's like the pointy end of the egg. They're supposed to hatch from the bottom. So I don't really know what's happening there. But also it looks like it has chipped away like at the length of the egg instead of like around the egg. But we're gonna let it be for a few more hours, just because I'm scared to help. And also it hasn't been 1.5 days yet, so... I know that you're not supposed to take them out, because they're supposed to dry up a little more, and because it's the right temperature for them. But we do have a heated lamp above this, and I think it can dry faster when it's in there, just because this is kept humid. So I am going to take it out, because it's also just moving all the eggs around, and I don't think that's good. So pretty. So pretty. And this was its egg, so I'm going to place that in with him. It was quite bloody as well, just like with our middle one that is kind of bleeding. Now we have 2 little chicks. One's still wet, but one is very dry. I hope that it stays this color, because I think it is a little bit more rare to get a really dark one. I also know it's very rare to get a white one. My dad did get a white one last winter, and these are the same eggs that I got. So I think we do have a chance for having a little white chick. Back to the incubator. I am I'm concerned for this one, because it seems to have a little, like, either like a knee or a like a wing sticking out. It's not its head, and it's supposed to be the head that exits first. So I am a little concerned, but I'm gonna let it be, because it seems healthy. It is still moving, and even though it did bleed, it's not like slower than normal or anything, so we'll see, we'll see. Okay, it has been half an hour and nothing has really happened, but this one is now hatching from the bottom side, and I saw this one have its beak out. So I think something is about to happen again, so I'm gonna continue filming so you can see the whole thing. Here comes number 3. So close. It's a dark one again. But of course we're gonna see the colors when they're fully dry. There we go. This one looks fully black, even darker than the last one. The last one is kind of drying up right now and it's turning a little bit blue-grayish. That would be cool. And there we go. Baby number 3. This one's so pretty. It does have a little bit of yellow on its eyebrows, but other than that I don't really see any other color than black, which is very cool. So again, I am going to move this one over. Okay, so this is how we're looking for right now. This was our first one, that's the second one. The darkest one is our third one, and this is the one I just helped a little. And this is the one I just helped because, well, it just seems very exhausted. It just seemed very exhausted, and the egg just wasn't cracked the right way, and that made it so that it was sticking its butt out. It just couldn't push itself against the wall of the egg, So I think it wasn't able to poke its head out the right way because of that. So, but it is doing fine. I just noticed that this one is really, really exhausted. And also its left wing is a little bit crooked. But other than that, I think it's fine. It's just gonna have to regain its strength a little bit. But I do think it was the right move because I think this one was cracked yesterday at around, I think when we got back it was cracked, so that was around 7 or 8. It has been trying for around 24 hours. And just seeing it with it like its little butt sticking out, not able to push itself up against the wall, I think that was why it took it so long. I think it could have been the first to hatch if that didn't happen. I'm still not really sure why it happened. It could be that our first one started picking at its egg, making it crack in weird places, or it just cracked it itself in weird places. Maybe it was twisted the wrong way in the egg, I don't know. But anyways, it's here, so that's number 4. But for now, these 3 are drying, and we have 2, I think, that are still going to hatch. That would make it 6. I think this one for sure, because this one has the crack around it already a little bit. And this one, I think, but we are going to let them be for a little while because they could still very well hatch. I just don't think those 2 are going to. I think these 2 are just going to be later. I think this one might hatch in the next hour, but I think this one could still take a little bit longer. So yeah, that is where we're at right now. I am going to edit the first part of this video. In the meantime, you're still going to see them in this video. But it is already turning into a very long video, so I have some work to do. But yeah, if something happens in the next hour, I will of course film it. We might miss these last 2, and that's fine because we still got to see a lot. There's one, and it's like this one. This one is the 3rd one. It has like a beard and eyebrows, but apart from that, I think that's it. It's just a black chick with only eyebrows and a beard, which is pretty funny. But yeah, so far all different types of colors. I think this one will be a little bit like this one though. You can definitely see that this was our first one. This was from this morning, and these 3 all hatched within like 2 hours, I think. I'm going to edit and I'll be back when I see something. Hi loves, I am in editing mode right now, but I just wanted to say that I'm going to end off this video here. It is currently 6 p.m. and I'm gonna have to make dinner. So if something still hatches tonight, I will let you know in the community tab of my channel. But I think it might happen tonight if anything is going to hatch still at all. So I just wanted to end off this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you like this kind of videos because you're probably gonna see a little bit more of this in the future from me. If you liked it, please subscribe because it always helps out my channel. We are currently at 540 subscribers, which I'm really grateful for. So thank you for everyone who's new, and thank you for everyone who has been around longer and has stuck around. And I hope to see you in my next video. Goodbye!